The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So I wanted to do a video, and I've been thinking about Chip Kelly. So if you thought this was a Michigan one, this ain't really that. This is about Ohio State and Chip Kelly. You know, and a lot of people they hype Chip Kelly up. You know, they hype him up a lot, and it makes me wonder. You know, it's made me wonder a lot, because I sit back and I think, what has Chip Kelly done for us lately? What has he done? He really ain't did nothing. We gonna be real. Chip Kelly, let's pull the canvas back, pull the curtain back. Chip Kelly was at Oregon in 2012. I think he left 2012, 2013, went to the Eagles. Now, when he was at Oregon, you know, they went to the championship. They lost to Auburn. When he was at Oregon, the Chip Kelly offense was, you know, it was dynamic. It was new. It was the new fresh thing. No one can really stop it. You know, you got these fast players. You got a quarterback that can run and throw it decent enough. And, you know, we're flying it around. You know, it's a high flying type of offense, you know, run and gun, I guess you could almost say, you know, the spread, you know, you're running out of the spread, all of this. So the thing is, that's think about how long that was. That was the last time he was in Oregon, which is the last time he was really doing something. That was 2012. That's when he left. It's 2024 now. Okay, what did he do? He went to the Eagles. We all know how that turned out. We got players talking bad about him, all that, and, you know, whatever else. It didn't work out. Went to the 49ers. That lasted as head coach for what, 2 years? Then he said, "Oh, I'm going back to college. This NFL ain't what I thought it was. And these guys actually have pride, and I can't just tell them whatever to do, and I actually have to talk to them. I can't just send somebody over there and tell them they want to be respected as men. So I'm out of here. I'm going back to college." He goes to UCLA. They had some good offenses at first, and then it kind of just tailed off. He had a good rushing game 2 years ago with Zach Charbonnet, who's a stud, was at Michigan before. So he had 1,300 yards 2 years in a row. I think it was 2021 and 2022. Yeah, 2021, 2022. He had like what you want to call it. But yeah, so it tailed off somewhat. You know, and Zach Charbonnet, he's a stud. You know, when you get the certain guys, you know, it works out. Now, I know some Ohio State fans, they gonna say, well, he couldn't get the recruits and all this stuff. You know, I hear excuses. He's the head coach. You know, it's your job. He didn't like to recruit. You're the head coach in college. You don't want to recruit. That's kind of on you. But, you know, it's all neither here nor there. They say, oh, he had some pretty good running games in the Pac-12. And I look at it and I say, but he's in the Pac-12. They play no defense. It's a passing league, the Pac-12. Two, when I look at when they played real defenses, they couldn't do nothing on them real defenses. You know, those are the games where they scored 7. Now you can say, oh, they didn't have the recruits, whatever. I want results. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the results. Now I see when they played like Central Carolina or somebody, they ran for 400 yards. That's nice. But the thing is, and me saying all this isn't saying that Chip Kelly isn't a good offensive coordinator, or, well, I can't say he's a good head coach. That's out the window now. But offensive coordinator, I'm not saying he's not a good offensive coordinator. I'm just saying you might not want to get your hopes that he's going to be the guru that's just going to have Ohio State just high flying and unstoppable. I'm not sure I would get on that train if I was you, Ohio State fans. I'm just not sure if I would. Now, Ohio State, their schedule is easy, and this is no shade. Michigan's schedule was easy last year. But it's all going to come down to the games. Penn State, Oregon, and Michigan. Maybe Nebraska, but Nebraska, who knows? They got a freshman quarterback. He probably ain't going to be able to do nothing to keep the game tight enough. Nebraska usually has a defense, but I don't anticipate they'll be able to handle the firepower of an Ohio State. So it's really, to me, it's just Penn State, Oregon, and Michigan. What is your offense going to do against them? Now, with him being at Ohio State, the offense has to be implemented. What comes with that? Growing pains. It helps that you have an easy schedule. Also, your quarterback. He's got to know the ins and outs of the thing about a Chip Kelly offense. And this is any offense, so this isn't saying something profound. Any offense, the quarterback needs to know the ins and outs of the offense, so he can really shred a defense. He knows what the defense is giving him. He knows what he can take. He knows when this happens, I can go here. He knows when that happens, I should go there. So we'll see how Will Howard picks up on the Chip Kelly offense. You want to do like similar to like Bo Nix last year. Bo Nix knew that he was dialed into that offense last year. Oregon's offense. This wasn't Chip Kelly's, but it's similar because Oregon runs a similar kind of offense, But I'm gonna be interested to see how this goes, because yes, he does run a power running scheme out of the spread, but I'm going to be interested to see the give and take between him and Ryan Day when it's not going that well. Because I know people just assume that Ryan Day is just going to, Chip Kelly's running the offense now, so he's going to let Chip Kelly do his thing. He was his protege a long time ago. That's all well and good, but that was a long time ago. That's the big word, was a long time ago. Just because he's hired him as a offensive coordinator, that don't mean he's gonna just take his hands off, especially if it's not going well. Because with a running game, you have to be patient when it's not getting yards, when your offense is stagnant, when you're punting because you're trying to establish that toughness to wear a defense out. Will Ryan Day say, I understand the ultimate goal. We're not going to win this one in the second quarter. Ryan Day likes to win games in the second quarter. He likes to blow your doors off in the second quarter or early third quarter. He likes to blow your doors off. When you have a running game and you're going against a good team, it's about being patient. First quarter patient, second quarter patient, third quarter patient. It's like playing a slot machine. You don't want to get up from that slot machine when you done put all them quarters in. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, it's time to get that jackpot. That's See, that's what Michigan does, and that's what any great running game, that's what you have to do. But will Ryan Day be patient enough? Will he allow Chip Kelly to have this patient power spread running game so he can get the dividends in the fourth quarter when you're going against a Penn State or Oregon or a Michigan? That's the big question. Just because Chip Kelly's there, that don't mean Ryan Day gonna say, hey, if I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna get fired doing what I want to do. Yeah, it was nice. It's nice that I was your protege, but hey, this is my job on the line. I might get fired. You might become the head coach. So that's my thought process is, because it's not just he's at Ohio State. They have more talent. Now, he's got the talent now. Yeah, you got the talent. Will that offensive line be as good as you need it to be? Will your quarterback be as good as you need him to be? Can he stay healthy also? Because Will Howard and Devin Brown have both had injuries. They get hurt. Both of them dudes get hurt. And if somehow, I can't even say if Devin Brown is going to be good. He ain't even played enough. But he's older. If both of them dudes get hurt, you coming in with some youngsters, and then you really gonna be trying to hand that rock off, I guess. But that's my question. If it is Chip Kelly doing what he wants to do, and he's taking the reins in those big games, will Ryan Day trust him? And I know my few Ohio State fans, y'all gonna say he's gonna trust him. We've heard that with a lot of coaches and saying that stuff. But until we see it, it's all just opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's just some thoughts I had about Ohio State and Chip Kelly, because everybody hypes him up like his offense is still fresh and new and nobody has slowed it down or figured it out. Let me tell you something. In football, when you've coached in the NFL and in college, and you've been running that scheme for 10, 12 years or something, the defenses always catch up. Because the defensive coordinators, they're sitting up at night. Just like Chip Kelly and these offensive gurus sit at home at night trying to figure out how to make these plays, and okay, if I do this guy should be open, this guy will pop open. If I set up this blocking scheme, this guy's going to be open. We should be able to get a big play. Defensive coaches get paid too. So when these new great offenses come into play and they work for a while, those defensive coaches are sitting up all night trying to figure out how to slow them down. That's just how that's how any sport goes. When there's something revolutionary and all that, the game catches up to it because the game evolves. You think the defense is just going to say, well, we're going to run the same stuff. No, we've got film from hundreds of games of how to slow your offensive down, what your offenses looks like. So the defensive have caught up, bro. Like, the defenses haven't caught up to Chip Kelly. Yeah, they have. And that's not to say that he's not still a good coordinator, but to talk like he's a guru at this point, them days is over. It's just a fact. Them days is over. You know what I'm saying? If you that, you ain't gonna be you're not gonna be at UCLA. You'll be at Florida State. You'll be at Miami. You'll be at Texas A&M. You'll be at Penn State. You'll be at USC. Not UCLA. Same basketball. So that's part of it right there, you know. But that's just some of my thoughts, you know. It just boggles me that people talk like he's still 2012 Chip Kelly. He's not. He's not. And that's not to say he's not good, but that revolutionizing the game and all that stuff, Football catches up to you. Now, if you're an Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes, yeah, this is my last little example of what I'm trying to say, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Yeah, if you're Andy Reid, you know, your offenses, you're doing your thing. The league catches up to you, just like it has, but you got Patrick Mahomes. You can't prepare for him doing all this tiptoeing and throwing it sideways and, you know, got a cannon. You can't prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? So the defenses always catch up to it. It becomes, what are my players like? And so he's at Ohio State, and he might have the studs with Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson. We'll see about Will Howard. I can say them dudes are studs. I don't know about Will Howard. We're going to have to see. He might be the one that holds y'all back from winning a championship. We're going to find out. You know what I'm saying? Those dudes might be the studs that he needs to go on, win Ohio State another title. You know? Because when the game catches up, that's about who do you have making the plays. Who's executing and who has the players to back it up. When you call this play, who can execute even when the play isn't there? Find a way to get it done. Oh, I got stopped. I need 4 yards. I got stopped in the backfield, broke a tackle, and still got the first down. Who can do that? Oh, that blitzer came free. Oh, can Will Howard? Oh, I made a miss and still made a throw, touchdown. So the game catches up with offenses, and when it does, it becomes the players you have. Can they get it done? Are they freaks of nature? Ohio State has some. I ain't gonna front and say y'all ain't got none. The problem is the most important position on offense is still a question mark. So we'll see how Will Howard and Judkins and Mbuka and the new dude, the new Marvin Harrison and all that, you know, we'll see how they do. But I'm interested to see what Chip Kelly does. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is still a guru. I don't think so, but hey, what do I know? That's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.